Alrighty, how's it, everybody? Celtic Link here. Welcome back to the Saturday night live stream. How's it, everybody? Who is in the chat today? I see the UG fan. How you doing, man? Welcome to the Saturday night live stream. Who else we got in chat today? Hopefully we got a few others. Looking forward to today's stream. It's gonna be the last stream for about 2 weeks. We got a couple announcements to make here in the video, but for this stream, we are going to be taking Beast Gohan down with all of the current red zone content that has returned in this TDC celebration. What's up, Ichigo? How you doing? Welcome. Glad you can make it down. We're doing the Beast Gohan Grand Tour stream here. We're gonna be taking down all of these events. What's up, Anakin? How you doing, man? Okay, glad you guys could make it to the stream here. Yeah, so since we're here, I'll get a couple people here. So announcements. I had to shift the Pokemon stream, and I'll do a community post about this tomorrow morning. I had to shift the Pokemon stream to a later date. The next 2 episodes will be posted as a video. However, I am going on vacation on the 30th, heading off to San Francisco. So wanted to make sure that I at least got Beast Gohan's Grand Tour out before I left. So I decided, you know what, we'll do it live. So hopefully you guys are here to enjoy this. We got some stuff in store for you for the week while I'm gone. But yeah, let's go ahead and let's do this, right? Let's not waste any more time here. Let's hop on right in. So I think what we're going to start with here, we'll start with the most recent Red Zone event we have. So that is the TEQ event. We'll start there. Anakin, heads up, you will be slandering Beast, not because he's bad, but because slander's funny. Well, as long as we admit that you're just doing it for the love of the game, I think we'll be okay. So I'm going to run this team. It's the same team I kind of tested them out with here earlier today with. So for the first round of this Grand Tour, we're going to kick them off against TEQ here with the with this setup. Now the setup is slightly rotation dependent. Like that, our opening rotations are really going to determine how well this goes. So with that said, guys, if you guys can hear, let us know, how's the music and everything going. Does everything sound all right on your guys' end? I want to try to make sure that we keep the that we keep the music and everything going for the in-game music, that is. All right, so we actually have a really good setup here for turn 1. So there's actually more attacks in slot 2, so we can actually put them in slot 2. So what we're actually going to do here is we're going to grab this with Orange Piccolo so he can get a little bit of build up. We're going to rotate. Oh man, we got to get that 18 key. There we go. All right, good. And then we'll rotate off the Gamma 2 and Piccolo here. I think that'll be the best play here. There we go. Excellent. So yeah, Piccolo just chilling in slot 2 or slot 1. He actually, yeah, I mean, the Beast Gohan setup for him is honestly pretty amazing. He gets so much better with the help from Beast Gohan. I honestly really do love it. All right, excellent. Good. So now let's see how Gohan does with those counters here. I'm not expecting too much since it is, you know, first appearance. There we go. Look at that. Boom. All right, so now we just need to make sure Gamma 2 here doesn't get smacked by that in the third slot here. Alrighty. Perfect. Excellent. All right, not bad at all here. All right. Let's see. All right. So I guess it's probably pretty yeah, this is a tough one. I guess we're going to have to do this. Yeah. And then float the God Goku. Obviously that's not ideal, but you know what? Let's do it. Okay, so let's see. Oof. Okay, little much on the AGL Gohan. Yeah, that the first phase of TEQ is a little rough with him. But that's okay. The second phase he actually does really well in because it is a melee super, so he's actually very helpful in the second phase. Taking a look at a chat here. All right. Bagon, have I ran Beast on Double Gohan and Gamma 1? I haven't yet. So far, I've only run him on Daima Forku's team and Double Beast. I do think Double Gohan and Gamma 1 is probably actually a better team for him, honestly. Excellent. Okay. All right, not bad, not bad, not bad. There we go. Okay, and then here comes the super, but we should be good since we already took a couple counters and it is post-super. Yep. Okay, now I am a tad bit okay, actually. All right. Unless God Goku wants to squeeze out a couple attacks here, we might be in trouble. Okay, so we might actually lose here. Not particularly anyone's fault. But yeah, well, unless God Goku wants to splat. No, oh, we were so close. Okay, all right. Yeah, this is gonna be tough. All right, what's up, Mimi? Aeon, how you doing? Yeah, okay, so I think we are dead here unless we use our giant form, which we don't want to do, so... this is... Okay, honestly, I want to see. I just so I can know, but I'm pretty sure he's not going to live the normal here. But let's see what happens. I'm pretty sure he's not going to live the normal here. Yeah, I didn't think so. Okay. Yeah, so bad starting rotation. In hindsight, we should have left Gamma 1 on, or Gamma 2 on. All right. Mimi, he's not that bad. People are definitely overplaying it. He's honestly overhated. Okay, all right. Now, this is actually a really bad starting rotation, so we're actually going to back out of here. There we go. Alrighty, excellent. Okay, this is workable. This is much more workable. Okay, excellent. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna do this, or yeah, you know what? Okay, all right. Let's do that. Okay, So I'm going to put him in slot 1 here just so you guys can kind of see how much he takes, right? It's going to be that initial attack for him that takes a little, does a little much, but then everything after this is going to be double digits. So I'm just putting him here. Realistically, right, we probably didn't need to do this, but I just kind of wanted to show people, right, the point of the overreacting. And then now he's just going to eat this super. There you go. See? Easy day. I do think people, yeah, I definitely think people overreacted a little bit here. There we go. All right, and then after, obviously post super now, we're going to have a bunch of attacks that we can just counter and deal some damage. I do recommend, what I am seeing a lot though, right? Thankfully, this friend's got some crit in him. I'm seeing a lot of people not put crit on him, and that definitely holds him back a lot. Did I buy the Trunks figure? No, I did not. I ended up getting dinner instead. Ichigo, to answer your question. You know what? I don't disagree. 8th or 9th on a tier list, if I were to rank them. Honestly, I think the whole ranking's probably, well, I think a 1 to 10 ranking's kind of weird right now. There we go. Eating both of these. Yeah, 1 to 10 ranking's kind of weird right now. But, yeah, I'd probably have them somewhere between 8 and 12, I think. Taiga, how you doing? Most people want units to be slot one units to be busted, but I don't think that's the case. Well, I mean, I'm going to be completely honest. We've never had a counter unit that is slot 1 viable, except for Vegito on his active turn. That's literally the only time that's ever happened. I guess TEQ UI, when he on his domain turn, is kind of like that. But, I mean, realistically, not really. All right, so let's put Piccolo here because I want to get him built up. There we go. Yeah, I want to get him built up a little bit before we do it. So I'm going to put Piccolo slot 1 here. Balboa, can I say... Oh, that's... I mean, I just don't hand those out for free, man. Okay, in my defense, Ichigo, I was really hungry. All right, 40 mil on the beast there. Not bad, right? Opening. We got to get those attack stacks up. Now, in this fight, I don't think we're going to be able to max out his attack from stacks. I was kidding, Balboa. Let me know when you're heading out, okay? Let me know when you're heading out. Aeon, weird question. Someone had a similar voice like yours and said he's from Denmark. Was it you? No, I am not from Denmark. I am not from Denmark. All right. Right, Mimi. Vegito gets 300 defense on his active, right? And it's also a target. It's meant to be a target, and that's the only thing that makes him slot 1 viable on that turn. No other counter unit has ever been slot 1 viable unit. That maybe in early Dokkan, but for a very long time, at least since I've been playing in 2020, no counter unit has been a slot 1 unit. Okay, so now this is where things are going to get a little tricky. But I think we can hang here. Obviously, I would love to put... obviously, I would love to put Beast in slot 1, but I actually need AGL Gohan to remain in slot 1. Okay, all right, Balboa, you ready? All right, here it is. Well, excuse me, princess. There you go. Not bad. So 780k. Obviously, AoEs are a bit of his... Yeah, obviously AoEs are a major weakness of his. He's not the only one, right? I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like other units don't get messed up by that AoE. All right, here we go. Perfect. And then next turn we can cheese it up a little bit with Orange Piccolo, right? There we go. Beautiful turn, beautiful turn, beautiful turn. Honestly, I wonder if I should have brought AGL Gamma 2 here instead of God Goku. But I mean, God Goku's, I guess he's kind of fine. It's just because he's not on superhero. That's the only problem. It's not a full superhero team. Mimi, is it possible there's something in his kit not working properly? I don't think so. I mean, everything seems to be working as intended, right? His effective against all types are proccing. His 300%, his 350% is proccing. It seems like everything is working as intended. There we go. All right. Okay, and so now let's go ahead and let's Orange Piccolo it up here. All right, get rid of that AoE super there. There we go. All right. Yeah, exactly, Taiga. The AoE obliterates most people until we start, until we start attack lowering him, which we didn't have our attack lowers on rotation yet. Bag on, I don't think his kit is complicated enough for it to not function properly. That's an excellent point. It's one of the shortest passes we've seen in a while. Excellent. All right. No, I honestly, I really do love the juice that the Beast Gohan has given to Orange Piccolo. It makes him so much more, I don't want to say easier to run, but it makes him, it just feels more natural to run him, right? Right. A lot of things were very risky with him before, right? But now, not as much, I feel like. It's Varden. Hey, we're new to this game. Started out 3 weeks ago. Haven't pulled for anyone. Do I pull for Beast or wait for the special Tanabata banner? I would personally wait for the Tanabata banner. See how your free ticket summons go. Honestly, that's probably the best thing you can do as a new player. I do think that'll help. That it'll help you get started. And honestly, if you're a completely new player, right, you've got close to 10,000 stones you can be grinding out right now. Don't rush it, man. Take your time, grind out those stones, and prepare yourself, right? Your account's going to be a little rough for the next month or two, but once you hit GDC, you're going to have plenty of stones to get yourself set up with a really good account. All right, so let's grab that. Let's do that. Okay. I'm going to expend... I'm going to try to save those spheres for Ultimate Gohan. Aeon, random question. Do you have a favorite horror movie? I do not. I think we talked about this last stream, didn't I? I don't really watch horror movies. Alrighty. Mimi, you're going to wait for 12th anniversary? Wow, that's impressive. If you can hold out for that long, that's impressive. That's a good point, Tyga, right? You know, now with the extra damage reduction and the extra support for Orange Piccolo, he feels almost like a slot 1 unit again. It's kind of great. Excellent. So, chat, what are we thinking for part 2? Honestly, I'm wondering if we're still going to be getting a part 2 Cell Max, because I feel like a lot of things are lining up that we could actually be getting like a Piccolo or something for part 2. Ichigo, you pulled Turles off a single ticket. Nice, congratulations. Okay, let's do Beast active here. Excellent. Let's do that. Beautiful. All right, and then boom. Okay, we got a nice little setup this turn, and we won't even be super juiced either because we haven't used the other actives. That's what I'm thinking too, right? Bagon is that it could be Piccolo because of the extra support that he's giving. It'll be interesting, but something I had noticed, right? Beast Gohan doesn't lead anything that Cell Max would be on, and for the last couple of years, the TDC LR at least had the Part 2 LR on his leader skill, and that's not the case with Beast. Cell Max isn't going to be on Movie Heroes or Connected Hope. There we go. We do a bit of good damage here. You have a very good point there, Aeon. Sometimes it is very hard to be patient. Ooh, Mimi, I like that idea. A tag, Piccolo, and Pan. I mean, that would be cool, but at the same time, I really want Piccolo to get a standalone LR. He deserves it way more than Beast Gohan needed a second LR, right? All right. Alrighty, so let's go ahead. So we're gonna juice him up this turn. So let's pop his support. Okay, so if you're not wondering why I'm not putting them all together, is because I want to max. I want to try to let Beast max out the damage here. All right, and then we'll go Piccolo's support. Beautiful. All right, and then we'll go into Beast Gohan here. Perfect. Excellent. Okay, so once again, I'm going to put him slot 1. I don't normally recommend doing this, right? Like, however, since it is a melee super, I do think HL Gohan should be fine here. And then Piccolo should be fine as well, since it is the active turn. Perfect. That's exactly what I wanted to see. So 15 million on that. We're going to get our super off. Ooh, okay, not bad. I've juiced him better, though. I've juiced him better than that, but it's still pretty good. Beautiful. All right, Ichigo. Head on out, man. We'll see you later. All right, so round 1 of this Grand Tour is down. We have taken down the TEQ boss. I feel like this is going to be interesting. So far, things don't seem too bad. right, so let's do let's do God Goku now, right? We'll just go down the list here. Okay, so we'll run the same exact setup here. Alrighty. Okay, so yeah, like I said, I mean there can be some dangers here with certain setups for him, but for the most part, I feel like he's handling these bosses pretty well. AoE's notwithstanding, right? Okay, so let's see. What if we do that? A lot of attacks there in slot 3. That would be a really good place to put them. We're not gonna. There we go. All right, good job, Piccolo. And we should be able to eat this super. Beautiful. Exactly what we needed. All right, 49 mil on the beast here. Oh, okay. All right, so Beast is going to eat the super. However, since it is post-super, we should be fine. Yep, double digits. And of course, that's the only attack he takes. Yeah, because why not? There we go. All right, 20 mil on the God Goku. Is my Beast Rainbow? No, he's 69%. I did not rainbow him. It's a shame because I rainbowed the original Beast on release. I would love to do that, but definitely got to be saving for next month. Okay. Wow, really? We're really gonna do this, huh? Okay. Well. Okay, what if we do this number then? And we just float him. We float him and then we float the other one back on. Yeah? What if we do that? That might work. Bag on. After all these years, Dokkan players still don't look at the actual damage counters do. I agree with that, right? Looking at the way people describe Beast Gohan's damage, I kind of feel like people don't pay attention to like what he's actually doing with those counters, right? With like if you put him in front of 3 attacks, right, after fully built up on the active turn, he's already out damaging most of the other major LRs. Mimi, Geppy read your message on the live stream. That's impressive. That's awesome. There we go. Okay. Do I recommend summoning on the July 6th Panther? No, I never recommend summoning on the Tanabata banner, right? Unless you're a brand new player, I don't recommend summoning on it. And even then, I would probably say wait till the Black Friday banners instead. All right, there we go. Look at that. All right, yeah, that's my yeah, that's my only beef with him is not having crit. I mean, we still did pretty good damage there, but yeah, obviously crit would be way better. Okay, so let's do that number. Let's do that. All right, perfect. Decent turn here. Oh yeah, we're good. What are the Black Friday banner? It's Varden. It basically every year around Thanksgiving time, right? We get these. Well, they started a few years ago, but basically it's a dual Dokkan Fest. Okay, come on, really? A double super? Really? Double slot 1 super. What were the chances? Ah, frick. Okay, so we lost that one, just because we had to mess with our rotations there a little bit. That was stupid.
Let's do this.
Okay, so as I was saying, Black Friday banners are basically a dual Dokkan Fest and Carnival banner that return anniversary and GDC LRs. They're not the best. Well, actually, they are pretty decent banners. I mean, but most players should avoid them because at that point you should be in anniversary saving mode. But it's not a bad place to summon if you were a completely new player. Okay. There we go. Okay, really? Okay, I guess it's not the worst starting rotation, I guess. There we go. Beautiful. Okay. Slot 1 double super again, but at least this time, Gohan is chilling here in slot 1. There we go. All right, so while we're running this back, which one should we do after this one? I was thinking Omega, but also I kind of want to do Super Saiyan 3 Goku sooner rather than later. But I also was thinking maybe that might be a good one to save for the end. I don't know. What do you guys think? UG fan, who are you guys looking forward to coining? Horribly safted during the GT Bros. Honestly, I'll probably be coining, personally me, I will be coining UI because he's the only one I still have at 55%. How about you guys? Who are you guys looking forward to? Great question, Yuji. Alrighty, excellent. Okay, so let's do that number. Let's do that. Perfect. Of course, all of the attacks are stacked up there in slot 1. Very nice. Okay, just don't double super us, please. Taiga, the special rainbow tickets, those are for the Tanabata banner. The free Tanabata banner. Oh, I mean, we're going to do it, Mimi. We're going to do the minus 10 key shenanigans. I just don't know if we should do that one next or when. There we go. All right, so we got through that turn. Not a whole lot of attacks in slot 2 or 3, though, and that's a shame. Beautiful. All right, Aeon. See you later, man. Enjoy. All right, get those runs in, man. Alrighty. Let's see. Let's put him here. Let's do that. And then let's send off God Goku. And I think we got a solid turn here. There we go. Nice. Ate that up. It is a fizz type. It is a physical type super, so expecting that. There we go. Get the additional super. All right, and actually, Fizz Gohan might actually finish this, which means God Goku might not stack. That's not good. Okay. All right, tricky here. Ooh, got quite a few attacks in slot 1 there. Okay, so let's see here. Okay, wait. Who's coming on in the... Oh, yeah. Okay. All right, let's do that number. I think we should be okay here. Okay, good. All right. Was worried we were going to get sniped there in slot 1, but we didn't. All right. You love the alternate art for God Goku and 3Q. Yeah, it sucks you had to summon to play one of them. Yeah, that does kind of suck. I was kind of hoping to get... I managed to get one of each without summoning, but I was... Oof. Okay, that took a lot more than I thought it would. Yeah, without Piccolo's extra damage reduction, that kind of hurts there. Okay, let's try that again.
All right, let's do this.
Alrighty. This game really said we ain't giving you any slot 1 units today. Okay. I can't even get the 6 here either. Ugh. That is annoying. Okay, let's see what happens if we do this. This is not ideal. There we go. Yep, of course. Slot 1 super. That's unfortunate. Alright, dang.
All right, let's do this.
There we go. Okay, much better, yeah. Because see, people are going to look at that, of me choosing to put him in slot 1 and be like, oh, yeah, see, he can't take a super, but he shouldn't be in slot 1. He legitimately. Okay, here we go. All right, we got a little bit of a better setup here now. There we go. Perfect. Then we got Piccolo coming in on the next rotation, so that'll be good. All right, there goes. Yeah, so now he doesn't want a super first thing. All right, if we lose this one, I'm going to switch up the lead. I'm going to do double AGL Gohan lead, I think is what we'll do. This is so we have an extra slot 1 unit. Yes, he is the opposite, Mimi. He's designed to be offensive, right? The other Beast Gohan was defensive. This one is offensive. There we go. Get the additional super for that attack raise. If we're lucky, we'll proc the hidden potential and get a second one. No. Okay, that's fine. Alrighty. A little bit worried about the position Piccolo is coming in. He's not really a glass cannon, though. He's meant to be in slot 2. Slot 2, he tanks, as we've seen so far. It's just the only time he's died are the times we put him in slot 1. Okay, so wow, really, that was some, yeah, and see, and we're in a position now where we have to do the same thing again, and we don't have, God Goku, why did you not change orbs? What is it, you don't have any, instruments, 6 superclass allies, so you could have changed orbs, you just chose not to. Frick. Okay. Okay, we're gonna have to pray that the attack lowering was enough last turn. Okay, we're gonna have to pray that the attack lowering was enough. Alright. We did take a hit first, which means we've got our extra defense. Okay, good enough. Good enough. We'll take it. Yeah. Yuji, why are we thinking? Are you talking about the STR Beast Gohan? Okay, so. All right, risky play we took there for that slot 1, but it ended up working out, so thankfully. There we go. And then now we'll get some support up with the Gamma 2 here. Boom. Okay. Of course we didn't dodge. 85% dodge right there. And we lose. Okay, so I'm gonna switch up the team a little bit. We're just gonna run double AGL Gohan instead of double Beast. So let's switch the leads here. AGL. TEQ. Boom. Nothing changes except now we have 2 Gohans. Nothing changes. It's just now we have that. So it just gives us a little extra survivability here since we're having some bad luck with those opening rotations. Okay, there we go. That's workable. He's only dying when we, again, I want to point out that he's only dying when we put him in slot 1. Okay, the slot 2, every time he's supered first, he doesn't die. And heck, quite a few times here in this fight specifically, the only reason we've died is because somebody else ate a super. Only once did we put him in slot 1 and he ate the super. The TEQ one is funny, Taiga, because I told people that eventually it'll get to a point where he's too risky to run, and people swore that that would never happen because he's such a good dodge unit. There we go. All right. So much better setup this with the double AGL. Just gives us a little more slot 1 coverage, which is helpful. And since both phases have a melee super, that's pretty good. I mean, Bagon, he's still viable. Like, you can run him to do some juice runs, but he's still a huge liability. But the point is people said that would never happen. All right, now hopefully, yeah, actually the gamma should be fine here. There we go. We get an additional super. All right, let's do that. And we'll take a risk. We'll put him here just because I do need Piccolo to get built up here. There we go. All right. Now, God, Goku, just don't. Why am I getting such shitty luck with these slot 1 supers from this guy? Like, I swear, I ran this once already and had 0 issues. And then the game, I don't know. I don't know what's happening here. Oh, I forgot to switch the leads back, didn't I? All right. Whatever. All right, diced tomatoes. How we feeling about the new Gohan? Honestly, pretty good. He's definitely not, you know, like uber top 1, whatever, but he's still pretty good. He's pretty fun. If we could stop getting really bad placements on the supers with this God Goku, we might actually be able to do something interesting with him. Alrighty. Okay, now we get the additional super. Hopefully we can proc the hidden potential. Come on. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so we get a double attack raise this turn. That's very nice. Perfect. All right, we get a couple counters too, right? With those slot 2 counters. All right, and then now Gamma 2 with his attacks. And we already ate a double super with Piccolo, so we know we're safe there. Excellent. Okay, so if you really want to hook it up next turn and give me a bunch of attacks... Oh, it's Tom Toes. That's funny. Okay. I read that as tomatoes. Got it. Okay. Well, yeah, I think there's a tad bit of overreaction. He does have some flaws, but people are definitely overreacting a tad bit, I think. All right. Let's see. Okay, I guess we're gonna have to do this. All right. Okay, we can do that. And then there, we can give him 6 with that. Perfect. All right, that works out. Oh, you see, now he doesn't want to super slot 1 at all. You think you're funny, God Goku, huh? You think this is a game? Alright, so gotta figure out how to manage this, though. I wonder if we should have just floated Piccolo last turn. Diced Tom Toes. I mean, you could... Daima Forku's team works pretty well, and he doesn't really need any extra superhero units. So honestly, you could just run Daima Forku's team, and he'll work just fine on that team. And he'll link pretty well with Birdku's EZA, which is coming in a few days. So, you know, I wouldn't worry too much if you don't have them. You could also run the Gammas on his team, who are available in the Redstone shop, by the way. Gammas run pretty well with him. There we go. All right, now if God Goku wants... No, okay, come on, like, just throw me a little crit here so I can giant form it next turn in the first phase. I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like this. I don't like this. I don't like this. I don't like this. Puts us in a really awkward position. Okay, come on. Crit, 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 crit. Actually, I don't even know if the crit's going to be enough here. One more? It would have been close if we had like one other crit. Oh, that's awesome. Okay, perfect. Although it does mean we have to sacrifice the build on least Gohan. That sucks. Okay, but, I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do, right? Alright, let's take it. Alright, down he goes. Alright, so into the second phase here. See, I wanted to... Was it turn 4? Oh, actually, we can do the Ultra Juice turn. We can. Okay, let's do it. Ultra Juice turn, where's... Oh, really? Okay. Alright. Okay, let's do... that.
I'll do this.
All right, and then let's go with the Piccolo. All right, and then let's do that number. Alrighty. Alright, so this is tricky here. Alright, really want to do this. I would prefer... you know what? Let's do it. Let's see what happens here. I think we should be okay with the double support here. Okay, let's do that. And actually, let's hang on here. His support... So first only comes to the first and second attacker turn. Okay, so then let's just switch into him then. Alright. Let's see how this goes. Okay, not bad. Alright, so decent damage. And we do get the additional super, right? So our counter's going to hit a little bit, here. I am a little bit worried about Gamma 1 in slot 1 there. Or in slot 2, but we might be okay. We do tank the super. Excellent. Oh, nice. Okay. So I guess it really didn't matter then, us putting him there. I guess it really didn't matter. We could have left him. That's a shame. Yeah, because we basically countered the same amount of attacks, so we should have just left him. That's a shame. We don't get to get the post-super counters. That sucks. Alrighty. Oh, but he's still tanks. Okay, I'll take it. I'll take it, I'll take it, I'll take it. I'll take it. Beast tanking with his full passive up in slot 2 is pretty good, right? And on this active skill turn, we probably could have eaten that super slot 1 as long as we gotten at least one attack in first. That wasn't the super. There we go. Now, I am a tad bit worried, but they do dodge. Thank you. All right, that's what I was worried about. Okay, but we do get the dodge. All right, so let's giant form it up here. Oh, we can't because God Goku isn't on superhero. Okay, well that sucks. No, that just ruined everything. All right, let's take that. Let's do that. Alrighty, excellent. Okay, we do get dodge. Alright, we'll get some damage in. Yeah, kind of feeling like maybe we shouldn't have brought God Goku. We should have swapped him in for a superhero unit, because that just screwed everything up. Because it's only turn 5. Can we tank this? We should be able to tank this, right? It's post-super. Oof. Okay, we barely tanked it. We barely tanked it. We barely tanked it. Boo. Yeah. Okay, and that was not Beast's fault. That was God Goku's fault by not doing the only thing he's supposed to do. Yeah, that was the survive KO mechanic. Okay, I'm swapping this loser off. Okay, let's go with superhero. Like, that screwed the whole thing up. We had that. If that was giant form, we would have been fine. That messed everything up. That really messed up. Oh, well, actually, let's go movie heroes. Superheroes. Okay. Oh, actually, Gold Cheetah could be very helpful here. Okay, we'll use him instead then. I mean, obviously, God Goku is very helpful with his support, but I mean, he always tends to fail. So, you know what? We'll... Oh, why did I do that? I'm so used to doing that when I start runs. Dude, we were wasting so much time on the God Goku fight. All right. Okay, let's grab that. Not really a fan of this crappy setup here. What are you going to do? All right, let's do that. And we'll send off Orange Piccolo. All right. Lashandra, yeah, the heroes unit, the superheroes units, I definitely recommended people grab a hold of them because they are really good. When they did come back during Golden Week, I said you should at least grab the Gohan, right? Because you could make a mixed match team with Gohan as your lead and STR Gamma 1. But now you could just run Gohan as lead and Beast Gohan as your friend if you didn't have Beast. There we go. Mimi, every unit needs a team. I don't know how else to explain that to you. That's correct, Frieza. The TDC tickets are for next week. The banner drops on the 6th, I believe. Okay. Okay, let's do this number. Okay, so we're going to take a risk here, but we did get a little bit of attack lowering, so we're probably going to be fine here. Platinum, even though Get Fizz God Goku EZA is great, he doesn't feel amazing to use because he constantly sells around. Dude, he died. I used to like him so much, but I feel like he misses so much dodge for me now. I do like his EZA. I feel like he's always missing dodges for me. Excellent. Okay, well, we got some 2 counters in. That's good. All right, that means the super is probably on this dude. Bagon, Gamma 2. Yeah, you don't have Gamma 2 and Piccolo. That's all right. I mean, they should be back, in a month on GDC, so you can always try to grab them then. All right, and then now Gohan eats the super here. Alrighty. Let's see. Okay, and actually we should be good here, right? Well, obviously we don't want to... It would be ideal if he just dodges, and then we don't have to worry about anything. There we go. Oh, man, there's so many attacks right there, too. That is so lame. Okay. All right, let's do that. All right, and I guess let's go into Vegeta or Gogeta here. We'll save his active for later. Frieza, wondering if you should use your coins for Deborah or wait for Metal Cooler. Metal Cooler should be back. Let's see. God Goku and Beerus will return on. So after Deborah was AGL Vegeta, right? So AGL Vegeta should be back in August. AGL Vegeta should be back in August. So Metal Cooler, God Goku and Beerus will be back September. So Metal Cooler should be back in October. But October is also usually the return of the Saiyan Day banner. So Metal Cooler could be back in November. Yeah, he's in a weird spot. November. I'm going to guess November. Yeah. Okay, so a little lame with the setup here. So many attacks in that one slot, but obviously we need Gohan to build the defense, so we do want to put him there in slot 1 to build that defense. But we do finish the turn, so this will work out nicely. Perfect. All right, so let's Orange Piccolo it up. All right, yeah, so we're going to have to sit through 10 minutes of Orange Piccolo messing around here. Yeah, honestly, I don't understand why we're having so much trouble with this fight. Like I said, I ran this earlier, and I literally just popped in, did one run, and it was done. But for some reason, we've been having a lot more issues this time around. And it's mostly just due to the placement of his double super attack. Orange Piccolo, Lashandra, Orange Piccolo battle motion will go crazy. I know, I'm waiting for it. I am waiting for it. It needs to come here sooner rather than later. Okay. Oh, I hate the fact that he can dodge, too. He dodges more than mine actually does. All right, let's do that. Okay, let's try to set up Beast with some tech spheres. That'll do us good here. There we go. Oh yeah, bag on. I don't agree. There's a little bit of RNG, but I mean, it's also, I mean, like our attack placements have also been horrendous as well. So that's not helping. Right, I think like when I did it earlier, I'll go back and check the video later, but I'm pretty sure like turn 1 I had like 8 attacks in slot 2, which was awesome. But here we keep getting setups where Goku doesn't attack in slot 2, or he's only doing like 1 or 2 attacks. Alrighty, perfect. Okay, so let's pop that. Beautiful. Pop that. There we go. All right, so we're going to have a good turn here, and then we get the Mega Juice turn with the other Beast Gohan in the other rotation. There we go. All right, we get the additional super. Now you wanna throw us a bone here and give us the extra super here. Give us the hidden potential. Hidden potential. Hidden potential. Nope, that's normal. All right, that's fine. All right, so boom, we get an attack. Get a 17 mil crit counter. Remember, crits are 3 times the damage shown. Oh, come on. Don't be doing this today, man. Don't be doing this. Oof. Okay, it was a little more damage than I wanted to take there. All right, and Piccolo's not fully built up yet either. And we also didn't get his extra damage reduction because we never fell below 30%, so... Okay, it was still enough to lift. That's all that matters. All right, so let's do this number. Alrighty, and then swap into the Piccolo. Beautiful. Alrighty, and then now we go with our Beast Gohan. Okay, not bad, not bad. All right, Mega Juice turn here. All right, and let's do that number. So let's grab that. There we go. Excellent. Okay, there we go. Getting some counters in, and they're critting. How about the next one? Okay, not on that one. Okay, so we're going to have to eat a super here, but we did take our normals first, which means we have our defense proc. It is the active skill turn. 500k. Not, oh, really? Really? Dodging the super. Really? Jesus. Okay, can you, like, knock it off, please? All right, not bad. I mean, living the crit super is pretty good. I mean, we can't complain about that, since that is, you know, that is definitely a way, especially since it was slot 0. Now, this is a melee super, but we are in slot 2. Double digits. All right, we're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. Okay, so not bad. Not bad. Significantly better this run. Still wasn't the Mega Juice turn, right? When I ran this earlier, I actually managed to get him up to... There we go. One more. Yes. I managed to get him to 90 million on that super. But 70 million is still not bad. Excellent. All right. So God Goku down finally. Took way longer than it needed to, but we did it. Okay, and we even managed to do it while sticking him in slot 1 a couple of times, even though, as I've said before, it's not ideal, right? You don't want to be doing, slot 1 often, but if you can pull it off, it is a risky maneuver. Sometimes it pays off. Most of the time, you're probably run him slot 2. Brian Moreno, where would I put him? Honestly, I don't really mess with top 10s. I think they're kind of silly, especially now that we have such variety of content. But I would definitely agree that he's definitely underrated. Alrighty, so I guess we go to Goku now, right? Let's do the Goku now, right? Super Saiyan 3 Goku is one of the best fights. But what should we do? You know what? I want to run Daima Forku's team for him. That's the team I want to run. Who do I want to put? Yeah, I want to mess around with this though. What is this? Okay, so we want Goku's family. We want Battle of Fates. We want, what is the secondary? Daima. Yes. Okay. All right. Who do we run? Maybe Tech Pan just to help with the orb changing. That would help the team out a lot. Or maybe the STR GT duo, right? So we can get a little bit of juice here. That's a tough one. What team do I want to run here? Battle of Fate, Goku's family. These guys are on Battle of Fate. Oh, they are. Okay. All right. Actually, we'll toss them on then. That'll be helpful. Oh, Daima Vegeta could be helpful with that extra defense. Okay, yeah, let's try this. All right, let's do this.
All right, let's do this.
Okay, this is nice. I'm glad they listened, and I'm glad they brought this back because I do really like this fight. This is probably one of my all-time favorite fights. Oh, we got a good setup too. Yeah. Alrighty. I don't like that our AGL Gohan is on the other rotation. So actually, this is what we're gonna do here then. Ugh. I do dislike this setup though. Okay, what if we do that? Perfect. Frieza, what is your opinion on getting banner units with the red dragon stone to rainbow them for future red coin exchange? I would honestly say no to that. As cool as it is that they're adding banner units, I do still think the priority should go to Super Easy A units. Personal opinion, but of course, it is your account. You can do as you please, but that would just be my personal recommendation. Oh, okay, so we got a super here, and Daima Goku tanks it. Beautiful. All right, so we got 44 million on this. So it'd be nice if we can maintain the EX supers on the Daima Goku. Obviously, we are reliant on those key spheres, but I think this could be good. This could be good. It'll be just a matter of whether or not we can set up the turn we want in the AGL phase. That's going to be the trick, I think. Excellent. Okay. Yeah, and this is what I'm talking about tricky. So we're going to lose out on that, but obviously we don't want to put HL Gohan in slot 1 because we don't have a superhero ally on rotation here. And I just realized I grabbed the wrong orbs there. Okay, fair. Are there any you're missing that could possibly come up soon, Frieza? If so, you may want to save for them. If not, then yeah, like I said, it's your stones. If you feel that you need the banner units, then go for it. Oof. Okay, that did a lot. Way more than I wanted it to, but that's okay. We only need to live that for 1 turn. I wonder, maybe instead of Daima Vegeta, maybe we should have done Piccolo, Orange Piccolo. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe that giant form will help us out in the next phase. Or not. Oh, look at that. Double EX Super. Triple EX Super. Okay, this is the game we're playing today. I see. But also that puts us in a weird position because the 4s are coming in on their turn 1, which is obviously not good. Well, let's see here. What if we do this number? Yamagoku should be all right. It's only the first appearance. And then we do that number. And then we send him off. Frieza, you wish you could more easily view the hidden potential of a character? Yeah, I don't disagree with you. I don't disagree with you. Will all wishes be available for every Purunga wish? I believe it... that's a good question. Let me look into it. I will be putting out a video. It'll be one of the scheduled videos for the week while I'm out. But, you know, give me some time to look into it. I'm honestly not. I believe they are, except for the tickets. I think that's the only one that doesn't repeat. There we go. All right, we get an EX Super. Yeah, it's weird, Bagon, because they're doing it differently than they used to. I mean, they started this last year where it basically runs every week, but it used to be just the 3 sets, so it's a little different now. So it's a good question. There we go. It's gonna be interesting to see how this next turn plays out. Is this a melee super? I should probably look that up. I don't think it is. I think it's a just random super. Alrighty. No, it's not a melee super. Goku's is a melee super, though. Super Saiyan 3 Goku's is a melee super. All right, then we're going to have to do some shenanigans here. Hopefully we're okay. Then we'll send off Daima Goku. Ooh. Jeez. That's tough. That's right. I forgot AGL Gohan could struggle a little bit with this fight. Especially if he only stacks once in the first phase. Ooh, okay, it's post-super. We do get the extra damage reduction for supers regardless. We do live. Thank goodness. Thank goodness. right, here we go. All right, we get some supers in with our beast. There we go. All right, not as many attacks in slot 2 as I would like, but obviously that was the smart. Of course, we don't get the EX super. We really needed that. Oh, but maybe we can still take him down. Nope. Okay. Okay. It's a little tough, but there we go. Okay. Just didn't want to. It does mean we're not getting the supers up with that I wanted this turn, but is what it is. All right, so now time for the fun turn. Ultra Juice, even though no Dimer Super, Forku Super, completely defeating the purpose of the team. Completely defeating the purpose of the team. Well, I mean, I guess we could try. No, but then we won't have the full juiced turn. Yeah, we may as well go for it. All right.
All right, I've got this.
All right, that's a little tough, but we can make it work. All right. There we go. Okay.
My turn.
Perfect. All right, so we got the double juice turn with Beast Gohan, which is nice. Obviously, I would have preferred to get the Diamond Forku supers up, but you know, we just gotta roll with the punches, man. We just gotta roll with the punches. No pun intended here. Okay. So we've taken a couple of hits. It is our active skill turn. We are triple juiced. We do eat the super. I love it. Alright, Platinum, cool that GT bosses getting one more edition. Lud being the next Battlefield LR was unexpected. I agree, right? I did not expect that. Also, I didn't expect it so soon, right? Because we just got Garlic Jr. In November, didn't we? There we go. Okay, not bad. We did some pretty good damage this turn with him. Not bad. All right, yeah, we got... Because how much HP? He's got 1 billion HP, so honestly, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Lud will revive Omega Team. Yes, he will. 100%. Only problem is I can't 100% them because I spent all of mine getting Garlic Jr. So unless they find a way to give us more, unless they find a way to give us more currency, it does look like he seems like he is a giant form, right? Platinum, he is a basic, right? Unless I'm misunderstanding. Unless I'm misunderstanding, I'm pretty sure he's a giant form. There we go. Perfect. Yeah, so we definitely could have done a lot better on the damage. We could have done a lot better on the damage. Had we been able to maintain the Forku supers, but that's okay. It is what it is.
I won't
Alright, let's pop the active. Obviously, I wasn't expecting it to do that much, to be completely honest. Okay, this is actually kind of tough. I should have grabbed the orbs with Forku first. Okay, let's just do that then. Okay, we still get 5. So actually this might still work out. There we go. There we go. Ooh, can we eat this? I don't know. Can we eat this? No, we can't. Oof. Yeah, okay. See, and that was a bad setup. We could have killed last turn. Okay, we could have killed last turn if we had been able to maintain the Forku supers, but that one messed us up. So let's try that again. All right, we actually have a decent setup here, so perfect. Alrighty. There we go. Yeah, we gotta maintain those. We gotta maintain Diamond Forku supers. I think that's what we gotta do. I see. Platinum. Okay, that's cool. That's a good. That's a great point, Bagon. How is the meta going to develop? Because we're kind of all over the place in terms of styles of fights right now. Kind of all over the place. There we go. Okay, that's a good way to start things off. All right, 49 million, not bad. Or we get the additional 30 mil super. All right, hopefully since we're floating him, we can get the second. No, dang. I was gonna say getting that second super would really help since we have to float him because we're basically gonna have to rebuild his supers back up. There we go. Let's do that. Yeah, I mean, that is true, Frieza. Units that perform well in all of them will be on the top of the top, but I would honestly say that I don't think there are many who can do that, to be completely honest. I don't think there are many units that can do that. Of course, Super Slot 1, but actually, that's probably good for Daimagoku, actually. Now that I think about it. There we go, we get another EX Super. Okay, so this is good. We're maintaining EX Supers. This is good. Bag on Fizz Vegeta. I feel like I remember him struggling in the Goku Frieza. I could be wrong. Like, when I tried to test him on the private server. Hey, it's been a while. I could be wrong there. And actually, I wasn't paying attention. Did we just get the EX Super with Vegeta? I don't think we did we? All right, come on. Let us get that build back for Beast Gohan. And get one more EX Super with Diamond Goku. Like, an EX Super with Diamond Goku actually would help us out a lot on the next turn. Because I think it puts us in a comfortable enough position where we can at least live the a potential slot 1 super. Okay. Let's do that. Okay, all right. We might have this. We might, of course. Of course, it's the first thing we take. Oh, well, actually, no, that's good, right? Because that means we proc the Jesus. Okay, we lived. I guess that's all that matters, right? He doesn't double super, does he? He can only super once, right? Yeah, just one. Okay, so we're good then. We are good, chat. We are good. We are good. We are good here. A little bit scary, but that's okay. We got this. Doot 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 doot. Ba 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 ba. The blues are good enough for all of them. I mean, not if you're me. Not if you're me. Not if you're me. They are not. Oh, actually, I think if we get an EX Super here, he dies. Yep. Okay. Okay, but how does that... Where does that put us for this next turn? Okay, and Vegeta hasn't attacked, which means we don't get the guard here, which would be very helpful. Three. What's our defense? Okay, actually, we might be able to live a frame 1 here with that. Okay, so then we do that. Because him not being fully built up, we might actually be able to live a frame 1 here. Well, I mean, if we actually had health. Come on, let's see. Do we live it with 3 rainbow orbs? We do! Okay. Rock solid. There we go. Okay, and we get the EX Super 2, and then now hopefully we get the EX Super with Daima Forku, right? So we can carry that attack on to the next rotation. Perfect. All right, we did get that. They are full dodge, Bagon. They are full dodge. All right, Vegeta, now it's up to you. Also, we really need to get some orbs up here this turn because we need to heal on the next rotation. That would be really helpful if we could heal on the next rotation. Although, I guess we could sacrifice the support from Gamma 2 or Gamma 1. Ooh, nice. Good job, Vegeta. We could sacrifice the support from Gamma 1 and go for the heal with Gohan, but it means we're going to lower our overall damage. Yeah, okay, yeah, that's a tough one.
I accept this mission.
I'll do this.
All right, I've got this.
Alrighty. Alright, and then we swap back in.
My turn.
There we go. Okay, so I think this is the play here. Putting him here. Putting Beast here. There we go. Yeah, I think this is the play. Oh, look at that defense. Because there's no sense in testing the slot 1 because we already know he can live it. But yeah, that ended up working out a lot for us because then we got the orbs to heal. This is a melee super, which means Gohan's going to eat it. Yep, there we go. So actually, this was the smart play. Yeah, I did change the dodge. It hasn't made a difference, bag on the blues. It hasn't made a difference. I mean, at 85%, right? Even 30 dodge, right? You're only getting like a net 2% extra chance of dodging. It doesn't really help in the overall grand scheme of things. There we go, 82 million, nice. And, oh man, I was kind of hoping that would be a super. Okay, but here we go. We're going to get our crits in. 30 million crits. Remember, triple the damage. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. All right, good call putting him where we put him. Oh, I forgot he could double super. All right, we do really need to hope. Okay. All right, we do have a Daima Forku super lined up, though. That is nice. Alrighty, perfect. Okay, we actually did quite a bit of damage here. And we get the dodge. There we go. We secured the W, chat. So actually, if we didn't play it safe last time, and saved the super, we actually would have killed with the superhero turn. But it's fine. It worked out. I was saving it, right, to hopefully play a little better, but it worked out. Okay. Bagon, when's the Beast Hypo video coming out? It's actually already scheduled for tomorrow morning. There we go. All right, we're 3 for 3. What's up, Mega Nice? How you doing? Okay, so we got time for one more, right? We've done all of the returning. We've done one of the returning stages. We've got time for one more. So what do we do, chat? Do we go for Omega, Cell Max, or Goku and Frieza? What do we do, chat? So yeah, our choices are Goku and Frieza, the new Cell Max fight, or Omega. Where's Omega? There he is. What are we thinking, chat? You know what? Yeah, let's do it. All right, let's do the Cell Max fight. I like the way y'all think. We'll close it out with the Cell Max fight. That's a good one. Well, so when I edit this down for the actual video Grand Tour, I'll have to add in the fights later. Just running out of time on the live stream here. So, all right, then let's run our superhero team here then. And I'm going to get rid of you. I'm going to bring superheroes. I've heard. Let's try the Piccolo. I haven't tried him yet, but I heard his support is pretty good. In the third slot. Oh, let's do it. Let's test it out. Okay, not a bad first turn at all. Not a bad first turn at all. I like it. Actually, no, it is a really bad first turn because we don't have a slot 1 here. I just realized that. Well, let's play it out. Let's see how this goes. Alrighty. Not ideal. Not ideal. Okay, there we go. We get the hit in with Gohan, so now he gets his buff. And that is a melee super, right? That is a melee super, right? Let's pull that up, actually. I think it's a melee super. Yeah, it is a melee super. Okay, so AGL Gohan rocks this. I might switch to double AGL Gohan then. That would be very helpful. All right, 50 million on the super here. All right, double super for 30, and then we're going to get, hopefully, an additional super for that extra, right? We're going to get the addition. No. Dang. I was hoping we would get the additional super. All right. Yeah, we might actually be in a little bit of trouble on the next rotation here because we don't have a slot 1 there. Our Piccolo is on this rotation, and so is our AGL Gohan. Oh, man, there's such a good setup on there, too. Oh, that's awful. That is terrible. All right, we're going to have to do this number just because that sucks so much. We're going to have to pray on a not... Yeah, I had a feeling that was going to happen. Yeah, that's a shame. Bag on, you're my evil twin with the Realm of Gods team. I mean, hey, I'm happy Realm of Gods and Dodge works for you. It's just a shame it doesn't ever work for me. I wish it would. I legitimately wish it would. There we go. This sucks so bad. There's so many attacks right there in that slot. That would be so perfect for Beast, but of course we don't have even just Piccolo there in for that turn. Would have been nice. All right, at least we're double-digit in it with our Fizz Beast Gohan. All right, we should be able to tank the super this turn. Yep. All right, there we go. And now hopefully Gamma 1 can do his thing. Or Gamma 2, rather. Alrighty. Oh, wow. I didn't realize his super was a 9 million super. Holy crap. Alrighty, excellent. Okay, here we go. Now we've got a good turn here. There we go. Oh, beautiful. Thank you, Cell Max, for attacking first thing, proccing our extra damage reduction on the AGL Gohan. Oh, this is going to be a beautiful turn. This is going to be a really good turn. Yeah, I am looking at. I have his stats pulled up right now, and yeah, that's kind of a crazy AOE. But it's a good thing. It's usually, from what I've seen, it's usually the last attack. Starting from turn 4, so I think we're okay. There we go. Yeah, see, this is what we want. We want turns like this, where we can just let Beast Gohan go ham on the counters. Definitely feeling the lack of... There we go. All right, got that survive KO mechanic. All right, and then let's pop the giant form here. So we can actually get rid of that AoE here. All right, so yeah, what we'll do is we'll pop the giant form. And then we'll pop both of our Beast Gohan's actives. And then I think with the triple supported turn on the next rotation, that should be enough to take him down. All right, there goes the super on Piccolo. Actually, I just realized the giant form could be kind of tricky here because his actions are scripted. This actually could be kind of tricky. All right, we've done a decent chunk, though, to his health bar, so I'm thinking after Giant Form, we should get pretty close to killing, if not this turn, then the next turn. Now, here's my hope is that this fight doesn't leave, because this is I've tried it with a couple of different teams, trying to get that mission, and this is honestly a bit of a challenging fight, but it's way more fun, I think, than the artificial life form Cell Max fight. That fight is no fun. I hate that fight. All right, let's grab that. Let's grab that. Perfect. Alrighty. There we go. All right. Now, let's pray we don't get a third giant form turn, just so this could be over. This always takes so long. One more? Yeah, okay. All right, let's do this. Did anybody actually catch during the live stream, during the announcements for the skip super attack animations? Does this include giant forms? Does this include giant forms? I bet you playing around with Orange Piccolo is what made them decide to do that. Oh, of course we got the third giant form. Of course we got the third giant form. Dude, I swear we've been sitting here for like 10 minutes watching Piccolo try to do this. Come on, man. Just finish it already. There we go. All right. Finished? Yes? No? Maybe? Oh, one more. Watch us get like 3 additionals here just to drag it on even more. I was kidding. I was kidding. I was kidding. There we go. Alrighty, it is done. Okay, so now, of course, all of the attacks are in slot 1. Alright, so let's do that. Beautiful. Alright, that's what you love to see. Let's do that. Excellent. And looks like there's more attacks here. There we go. So we'll do that. There we go. And then perfect. All right, so we should be solid here for this turn. Yep. Okay, we do double-digit tank those. Yeah. So, I mean, that's the thing about Beast Gohan. Slot 2 until you know you can safely slot 1 him on that active turn. I really don't see what the big deal is there with doing that, right? Like, here he's got over 5 million defense, plus 58% damage reduction and guard. Like, I don't really see how that's an issue. Oh, and he gives us the additional super, which means we get the second attack stat. So, let's see. How do we do on those? How are we going to do on that additional? There we go. Excellent. Not bad. And then we get 80 mil on the Fizz Ultimate Gohan here. One more. Perfect. Okay, yeah, we're going to come very close to just outright killing them, probably with just the active skills on the next one, to be completely honest. Yeah, actually, we might just kill with the straight up active skills. All right, we get the super with the orange Piccolo. No additionals, but it is enough to tank. Beautiful. These are the kinds of turns we live for. All right, so let's do the Piccolo turn first. Alrighty. And then let's do... Oh, actually, all right. Well, too late now. And then let's do Beast Gohans. Okay. All right, let's do that. And let's wrap this up. Honestly, we could probably get away with putting him slot 1 since it is the active skill turn. But let's just go ahead and finish this safely since we know what to do. Oh yeah, there goes the super. Again, active skill turn, we probably could have lived this, but may as well play it smart, right? So AGL Gohan, get some work in. There we go. Additional super, 120 mil. Love it. And there we go. Perfect. What a way to finish the Grand Tour here with the Cell Max fight. Like I was saying earlier, I kind of feel like this fight a lot more fun than the AGL one. It's definitely trickier. It starts off easier, whereas like the other one, you kind of have a go at it, right? Like it's just... He's right out the bat trying to get you, but you have to rely on dodge and counters. But with this one, he starts off slow, but he gets going real tough right by turn 4. So yeah, honestly, I kind of feel like it's a tougher fight, and it's honestly a little bit more fun. So took down pretty much every major fight except for the Frieza and Goku and the Omega Shenron. So we will, when we upload the edited version of this Grand Tour, we will add those two in to the end of this. But for this, honestly, great showcase. Most of the times we died were not Beast Gohan's fault. It was usually because we just had a bad setup. We didn't have somebody to hang out in slot 1 for us. I do think with Birdcoo's EZA, that's going to help shift the balance of team a lot. It does play against the Fizz, Gohan, and Piccolo. So like the God Goku, you kind of have to be aware of those situations when they're going to be on rotation. But honestly, I think it will help, you know, managing slot 1 for the double beast lead at the very least. So guys, that's it for our stream. Thank you guys, everyone, for coming out to the Saturday night live stream. I had a blast. Over 200 of you came out here this week, and honestly, I'm just happy to see all of you. Thank you guys so much. As I mentioned in the beginning of the stream, I am leaving to San Francisco on the 30th. I'm going on vacation with my wife. We're going to have a little bit of fun, right? Take her around, enjoy the sights for her birthday. So, yeah, I will have a few scheduled videos out throughout that week that I'm gone. So just be aware that things like EZA showcases are going to be a little out the way, but we'll get them when we come back, or maybe I'll just upload a few shorts. I can do that from my phone without audio if you guys are cool with that. But yeah, I just wanted to let you guys know we're going to be out, and thank you once again, everybody, for coming out to this weekend's live stream. So good night, everybody, and aloha.